We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I beat no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBO Boxing coming to you live and direct. All the way from East New York, man. Gotta say that first. But we got a lot to talk about. We got Boo Boo Andre getting ready to fight the monster. So this is a big fight. I'm excited. I know you're excited. I mean, we've been waiting to see some big time boxing. This is one of the last showdowns we're gonna see on Showtime. I mean, it's just one of those exciting days where, there's nothing like fight week. Us as boxing fans, we know how long we wait to see these fights. I mean, we got to hear about them 6, maybe 8 months, 9 months in advance. And then when we get to the fight, you like, oh my God, it's here. And right now, man, we got 2 of the best 168-pound fighters in the world getting ready to square off. You got Demetrius Andrade, who a lot of people can get on about his resume. His resume is not the greatest. I will admit that his resume is not the greatest. But the thing about Demetrius Andrade that I've learned is that, you know what? This kid is one of the most skilled fighters in boxing. So when you talk about him in general, man, you got to remember he's one of the most skilled fighters in boxing. So I'm really excited about seeing what's going on. I'm excited to see what happens with him. I'm excited to see if he can actually go in there and beat somebody like the Monster. The Monster is a terrific fighter. We all know, we all love David Benavidez. I mean, he's tall, strong, long paws fighter with a lot of skill, and he got a lot of promise. But the thing I'll say is that with that Caleb Plant performance, even though he won, and some would say he won easily, I definitely seen a lot of flaws in his game the first 6, 7 rounds, and it showed me if you're faster than him, or you can give him trouble with your foot movement. He's pretty easy to hit. So my only thing is, I don't think the Monster can beat Boo Boo because I don't see him being able to get out of the way of his punches. I don't see him being able to do anything with that movement. And only thing I will say that's very, very concerning with Boo Boo Andrade is the fact that does Boo Boo Andrade have the gas tank? He did not look good in his first fight at 168. He definitely looked like he was winded. Actually, for the last few fights, I'll say that Demetrius Andre has been very, very anemic. He just hasn't been the Boo Boo Andre that we've seen at 154. A lot of us seen him at 154. He was, big, strong, good puncher, great boxing ability, southpaw. I mean, I think this is going to be a terrific fight. I'm excited to see what happens. I definitely believe it's going to be a Chance Crawford slash Errol Spence style beatdown. I think it's going to be an absolute beatdown. I don't see David winning because I haven't seen him do anything in the ring to let me know he can do anything other than come forward. So his feet is in quicksand. He's looking to throw those combinations. Yes, he has fast hands, but the thing about Demetrius Andre and every other black slick fighter, it's going to be very tough to catch up to him. And if he doesn't have gas tank issues like Caleb Plant did, then it's going to be a pretty easy night for Boo Boo Andre because Boo Boo Andre can stay on the outside, work the jab, and he's just as big as David. So this won't be the typical where David Benavidez comes in so much bigger than his opponent. You got a guy who's actually his size, a guy who's a true 168-pound fighter, not somebody who was blew up from 154 to come up to 168 or from 160 that got blown up to come to 168. So we're gonna see what happens, man. Either way it goes, I'm looking for a terrific showing. I think that I really do. I think that Demetrius Andre is gonna put an absolute show on. I think he's gonna get in there and probably beat this kid to death. I mean, it's gonna be, don't get me wrong, I think it's gonna go by decision, but I think he's gonna give him a nice beating. Salute to my brother CDK Boxing. He said, "What's good, brother?" Salute to my brother Juan, man, one of my favorite people. But I'll tell you this: the thing that's so funny about this big fight is you got a beautiful, beautiful undercard. We all seen Jamal Charlo be so unprofessional and miss weight. I mean, hey, they actually had to have emergency negotiations to get the fight done because he had to definitely give Jose Benavidez Jr. some money back for coming almost 4 pounds overweight. I mean, that's despicable, man. That is the type of stuff to let me know you're not taking your career serious. He been out of the ring 3 years. Okay, I get it. But you can't sit here and tell me that it's a good idea to come in that much overweight. I mean, will you even try? I mean, you got people who are going to make some meat boys who are going to make comments and say, oh, no, he getting money for 168. But we're going to see, man. Life always to show itself. And I personally don't think that with a guy like Jamal Charlo being out of the ring this long, there's no way his first weigh-in he should be almost 4 pounds overweight. I mean, that's despicable, man. At the end of the day, man, I'll say this: I hope, I hope that he's ready. Truth be told, we all could see that he might still be on some medication. I mean, we're praying for the brother, but at some point, man, we need you to shut up and come to work, man. That's what we need. I get it. I get it. I get that everybody wants to say something. I get everybody wants to talk. I get everybody got something to comment on when it comes to Charlo, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm telling you is this. I want to see if he has what it takes to beat his demons. Because, yeah, I understand that you acknowledge them. I understand that you want to let people know that you got them. But at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, I need to make sure that you actually have gotten past these demons. It can't just be, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. No, you got to get in there and get past them demons, man. That's the most important thing. What's going on, my brother Free in the house? How you feeling, dog?
I'm good. I'm good. What's good?
Good, man. Just start talking about this this huge fight we got going on tonight that we're gonna get to cover, man. One of my favorites, man. A true 168-pound fight, man. Not like what we got before we had Jamel Charlo come steal money from the fans, man. Who you got in this fight, man? That's a big question.
Which one?
With Demetrius Andre versus the Monster.
I got David Benavidez. I think Demetrius Andre. Um, I don't know. Father Time is undefeated. He didn't look good at 168. The one fight that he had at 168. David Benavidez is a 168 pounder. He's been at the weight division for about 5 or 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, Boo Boo is moving up. And the one thing that I will say, Boo Boo is a crafty fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he has the skills to be able to beat David Benavidez. I just think this fight might be a couple of years too late.
You think so? I mean, the reason I say, I guess the reason I don't understand why people are kind of so worried about this fight is because I seen an old Floyd Mayweather go in there and beat arguably one of the greatest fighters that ever lived in Canelo Alvarez. So it's like at what, 36, 37? So he's only 35. I don't know, man. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, but you compare Demetrius to Floyd. Floyd is one of a kind. You can't compare Demetrius to Floyd because Demetrius doesn't fight like Floyd. He's not a defensive fighter. Like Floyd was able to
Mm-hmm.
fight as well as he did is because his defense was so good. Like you very seldom land a clean shot on Floyd, and when you did, his recovery was excellent. He can recover quick. So unless you was able to knock Floyd out with one shot, you just hitting him one time and landing a good shot was not good enough to beat Floyd. So I don't see David Benavidez as a defensive fighter. He gets hit a lot, and like I said, yesterday when we was talking on Thomas' show, if Damon Milkerson was a better fighter and had more power, I don't know if Demetrius would have made it out of that fight because he in the later rounds he was holding on for dear life. I mean, he was clumsy. They was tripping over each other. I don't know if he's going to be able to last against. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say he's not going to be able to last. I don't know if he's going to be able to put enough rounds under his belt to be able to beat David Benavidez. I don't think David Benavidez is going to stop him,
Mm-hmm.
but I think David Benavidez is going to make it. Um, it's going to look similar to a Caleb Plant fight. I think Demetrius might be good in the first few rounds, but as we've seen with Demetrius at his last couple of fights, he wears down in the later rounds, and he's not as mobile and not as elusive as he is in the earlier rounds. So I think David Benavidez is going to put the pressure on him, and I don't know if Demetrius can recover from it.
Yeah. I say that. I'll let my man CDK hop in real quick, but I just can never ever bet against skill. I get what you're saying, but when we talking about a slick black fighter, it's very, very tough. And we all know BBO is a fan of the Mexican style. It's very, very tough for a come forward fighter to beat a black slick fighter. What you think on that one? What you think on that one, CDK?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I mean,
Okay, man. Salute to myself. Tomorrow my 50th birthday. I just want to throw that out there. uh,
you say your 80th birthday or your 50th?
my 50th, man. Cut it out.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Man, thank y'all. Thank y'all. This is D Free, man, really so you said some stuff that I was gonna say. I'm gonna say this right here. I don't know if Demetrius Boo Boo Andre, because of the competition he's been fighting, has been fighting down to competition at times. And I think at times, you know what I'm saying, I think he's a great fighter. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's gonna be an excellent fight. Uh I think he's Caleb Plant 2.0. And what I mean by that, I think he's a better boxer than Caleb Plant. But the problem with Caleb Plant was endurance in the fight with the Mexican Monster. And I don't feel like that tire out too. But if he can go 12 rounds and hold up, I think he'll be okay, man. I think he outboxes the Mexican Monster. But it's hard for me to pick against the Mexican Monster, man, right now. Outside of Canelo, I just think it's gonna be hard to beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. Maybe David Morrell, somebody that I think possibly is on that level. But
Mhm.
I'm pulling for Boo Boo. I really want Boo Boo to win, but he's at 35 years old now, and like you said something earlier, D Free, you can't put nobody on Floyd Mayweather level, man. You talking about, man, an all-time great, and I just can't put Boo Boo on that level. Floyd was able to do what he done because he's Floyd Mayweather. Right now, we looking at Boo Boo, and I'm hoping, like I said, that he can get the job done. But it's gonna be a tall task right here.
Well, let me say this before I let my brother Crown hop in on this pause. But I gotta say this, man. I just wonder, is it because Demetrius is black? Is that why y'all saying that? Because
What?
I don't. It's
What?
it reminds me.
Hey, hold it.
Hold on, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me get this out. I just think it's funny how whenever a black skilled fighter goes against a come forward fighter, everybody wants to go against him. The
Hey,
one of the main reasons, listen, one of the main reasons that Boo Boo Andre has not gotten those big fights is because he's a tall southpaw.
I
And
agree.
I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why he's been one of the most avoided guys in his whole career. His whole career.
That
I mean, we got to remember he was number 1 coming out the amateurs. But
that's not the only reason why he was avoided. He was avoided also to his own doing. Boo Boo made some and bad business moves. I mean,
Yes.
we could have got the Jamel Charlo fight if he wouldn't have pulled out of that fight. He made some bad business moves. And
Yeah.
he went to a promotional company that didn't have nobody on that side of the promotion. So
Right.
I mean that's his own doing. Now I'm not going against Demetrius because he's black. That
What?
has nothing to do with my thing is Demetrius didn't look good at 168. The man is older. He's fighting a guy that's 10 years younger than him.
Hey,
go
let me
ahead,
say
Crown,
this.
hop in on it. Go ahead, CDK, man, hop in on that one, Crown.
But it
All right.
seems, are you trying to turn the tables on us, BBO? Because you always going for the Mexican fighter, and now all of a sudden I done came in here, man. You done pulled this stunt right here. You, man, you already know, man, without a doubt that I'm pulling for you know what I'm saying, pulling for Boo Boo. You know me, you know who I'm pulling for. But just being honest, man, he's up in age now, and I think he might be past his time.
Well, hold on. Before Crown goes, let me say this. I don't pull for Mexicans. I don't pull for any Spanish fighters. I pull
What?
for the best fighters. That's what I do. I'm
Stop
on a
lying.
team. I'm on a
Stop
panel
lying.
right. Hold on. I'm on a panel right now with 2 Puerto Ricans. So there's no way. There's no way that I could be biased, man. At the
Well,
end of the day.
I'm on here with 2 Puerto Ricans and 1 Mexican because you Mexican.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna give
He's
you a little history
Mexican.
on what I'm gonna give you a little history about what happens, man. Back in the day, when Floyd Mayweather would fight people, you would have all those racist fans. They would call him monkey. They would
Yeah.
say all types of stuff about him. And I'm saying, all of a sudden now we got a slick black fighter who was number 1 coming out the amateurs, who really, don't get me wrong, he's a front runner. So if you want to say Boo Boo Andre is a front runner, I don't trust that. I understand because that's what he's
Yeah.
always been. He's a front running son of. He's like a Tiger Woods front running son of a gun where he looks great as long as he's super got a super lead on you. But if he got to work a little bit, that's where he struggles. But go ahead,
Yeah.
man. Crown, what you got for us, coach?
I think it's a great fight. I'd like to seen it 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I echo what they said. You know, Boo Boo's a little up in age, and that worries me. Um, I'm not one that believes it's an easy night for Benavidez. I do believe he's favored because he's the younger, fresher guy, and the naturally bigger guy. Um, what's gonna be the determining factor in this fight is whether or not Boo Boo can hit and hurt Benavidez with something early, or at least get his respect. Because Benavidez brings the kind of pressure and has the kind of volume that if you don't get him to respect you, it's like a ball rolling downhill. It's only going to pick up speed. And if you can't back him off or gain his respect, especially as an older fighter, he's going to get steamrolled in the later rounds. On the flip side, I think Boo Boo's the more talented fighter. He's solid. He punches just enough usually to keep guys off him. But I haven't seen any real big punching power from him, and he's awkward. So if he still has his legs and he's able to maintain his a high level of boxing past 4 or 5 rounds, he can make it interesting. But I'm still saying if he does not hit, hurt, or at least gain a lot of respect from Benavidez early, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah. I
Well,
agree.
I'll ask you guys this, man. This is the funny thing about how boxing works. We just seen one of the most unprofessional showings ever last night. Jamal Charlo, after being almost 3 years out of the ring, the size to come in too heavy for the weight class, almost 4 pounds
That was
over the weight.
disgusting. That was
When have you ever
disgusting.
seen such a showcase like this? I'll let you
Hey,
go ahead and
Graham.
Here's
start.
the
Go ahead.
here's the biggest problem, if I can real quick. First of all, you've been allowed to hold on to a world title for the past 3 years that you haven't defended without being stripped. So
Right.
the boxing world has been extremely kind to you. You're coming
Yeah.
right back onto a major card, making a whole lot of money. Again, the boxing world being very kind to you. You show your appreciation by coming back 3 pounds overweight. It's
Right.
disgusting. It's disgusting. What I'm not saying is, you can't come in overweight. Like as a fighter, at times that may happen. But as somebody who's been off for 3 years, done everything under the sun that would have warranted having his title stripped away from him, really didn't deserve to come back on a big card making millions of dollars, and has
Right.
all those things and come back and don't make weight. That's disgusting to me.
Well,
Really.
the way I look at it is the belt is not on the line. So he's fighting at a catch weight at 163 pounds. The belt is not on the line. So
That's
he's
not the
like,
only reason I bring the belt. I'm just saying,
Hey.
no,
for you to
I'm
be
just saying, I'm
unprofessional.
looking at him coming in overweight. Like if
Yeah,
you go back and listen to his press conference, he said this fight is getting me ready for 168. He said
Yeah.
that's his next move is to move to 168. So
I understand that, but the
him coming in
contract was
overweight,
163.
but him
Hey, let
coming
me.
in overweight, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because it's not like he's fighting for his belt. If he was fighting for his belt, then yeah, man, you got to come in on weight. You fighting for
Hey.
your title.
See, I'm
Right.
mad at him either way because he signed a contract to come in 163. That's a written agreement,
I
I
agree.
mean,
and he
Hey,
wasn't
I
professional
agree with
enough
both
to
of
come
y'all.
in his word.
Let me
but
say this right quick. Let me say this right quick, please. I agree with what both of y'all are saying, but I think a lot of people are missing something going on here. I know y'all been watching the press conference like me. I be looking deeper into stuff sometime, and I see something that's not right. Jamal Charlo is mentally not prepared for this fight. I know because I
I
suffer from
agree.
mental health issues, and I know what's going on. I can see it, man. What's going on with this man? People are not. I'm not making no excuses for him. I feel like he's fighting because he needs the money right now. I don't think he should be fighting. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. We look at
Yeah.
Jamal Charlo shouldn't be in the ring right now. He is not mentally there. If you look at the interviews and everything he's doing, I just feel like too much is going on with him. But he needs the money from what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? Been heard. So that's why he's in the ring, and that's why I'm saying I'm giving him a pass. I'm not giving him a pass, but I am giving him a pass because I feel like something's going on with this guy.
I
I ain't never known him to miss weight or anything like that. And he's always been a big 160 pounder. So you stay out of the ring for almost what 2 or 3 years, you're not gonna make weight.
no, I think it's more so he don't he don't he don't think highly of Jose Benavidez, and
Right,
like I said, I understand about him missing weight, and I would be on him a lot harder if it was for a title. But
right.
there's no title on the line, and guys, when there's no title on the line, guys come in overweight all the time. When there's no title on the
See,
line,
see,
but
my thing is,
at the
of course,
same token, he's getting money taken out of his pocket. It's not like he's not getting docked. He's
It
getting money
cost him a
taken out of
million
his
dollars
pocket.
just to put that in. It cost, he had to give Jose $1 million for this. So that
but
was
Yeah,
a
here's
I
the
mean,
thing. Here's the
he's
thing.
giving him $1 million. I mean,
I
that's
understand.
rightfully so. He should. He
I
came in
understand
overweight.
Right.
I understand he's giving him $1 million. But $1 million doesn't change the fact that Jose Benavidez is still fighting a bigger guy than he was contractually obligated to fight. It's
I
still
agree, Cornell.
unprofessional. We
he was
can't just be
guaranteed seven
beholden.
hundred thousand. You got to remember that, Pro. He was get.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
We can't just be beholden to these sanctioning bodies and saying, well, the only time you got to honor your word and be professional is if you're fighting for a title. No,
Right.
you have an opponent that signed to put his life on the line against yours at a set weight, and y'all had an agreement, and you didn't hold up your end of the bargain. So, but I will say, I agree with my man Lass. There's something going on. We've been talking about mental health with him for a while, right? He's been off for 3 years because of mental health issues, personal issues. We also heard
Right.
him come out and say he's only trained or had a 3-week training camp for this fight.
Right.
Well, it don't take a rocket scientist to know there's something wrong with that because this fight was announced more than 3 weeks ago. So if you knew about this fight in plenty of time, and now you turn around and saying you only had a 3-week camp, what were you doing after the fight got announced? You didn't
Right.
go into camp immediately. Whose fault is
Right.
that? So there's definitely something going on. Either he's lying about the length of his camp, or he really couldn't get himself together to even start camp until half the
Right.
camp,
Well,
was
let
over.
me
So something's wrong.
I
let
don't
me
know.
say this. Let me read this
I
real
don't,
quick before somebody go. My man D Young said, "Salute, man. Happy Turkey Day to everybody." I get what you're saying, but I just want to say this before you go. I think the thing that you're missing, Crown, is that he has been given chance after chance after chance. Do you realize that this is something I didn't know until I actually looked it up? He was guaranteed $2.5 million for this fight, right?
Mhm.
Jose Benavidez was guaranteed $700,000 for this fight. So you telling me a guy could make an easy, let's just say $1 million some change. I'm talking about take home $1 million some change, and he got to give $1 million back because of being unprofessional. I don't know how you're not hard on him about that, D3. D3 usually is the
I'm
king of
not
being
hard
tough
on him
about that.
because that
I
money
am
that
hard
money
on
is
him.
going to Jose Benavidez. It's not going to the sanctioning body or nobody. It's going to Jose Benavidez. So Jose Benavidez is coming out as the top dog because if Jamel was getting 2.5 and Jose was getting 700,000, now Jose is getting 1.7 and Jamel is getting 1.5. So Jose is coming out as the top dog.
Hey, BVO, I'm saying, I'm asking you, BVO, do you take like mental health seriously, like thinking that maybe something wrong with him? I'm asking you, like, do you see where I'm coming with that, like, as far as his mental health, and maybe that's why I feel like he can't be in the ring?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna have my man Crown pick up from here because I cut him off a little bit. But I'll say this: I think when you look at Jamal, better yet, you can see that he's on some type of mood-altering substance, mental substance, because those are those kind of anybody who's ever been in trouble. A lot of us all grew up in poor schools. He look like he might be on Ritalin or something. I don't know what the medicine it is now, but he's on something that's got him like all the way calm because he don't even look like himself.
I don't know. Maybe it's him just having a realization that maybe it's time for him to pick it up. Because how old is he now? He's what, 32?
33.
33. Yeah, he's 33 now, becoming. You know what I'm saying? Like we were back then. I don't know about you guys, but I remember back then hearing, "Yo, this guy might be the next up," and then his brother surpassed him a little bit. So it's like, how do we even go about this now at this point? Like, how does he even go about this? So now he's got to put his big boy pants on and either fight or just not fight. Like, it's at this point is not nobody ducking, it's not nobody nothing, it's you. Because a lot of times when we were talking about, oh, Boo Boo ducked him, Boo Boo didn't duck him. Boo Boo signed as a professional. He signed a 300K bonus, and they offered him that for that fight. What type of shit is that? That's not okay. So what's really the issue with Jermall? Is it that he's just not mentally okay, or is it that because he just don't want to do this no more? I feel like a lot of times too, boxers just don't say that they don't want to fight like that. A lot of times they don't. A lot of times they really don't. It's not saying it's not okay, but it's just at the end of the day, it's just like, yo, a lot of them don't have the heart for this a lot of times, and it's just like, all right.
Boo Boo and Jamal ain't never had a fight, son. It was Boo Boo and Jamel.
He meant Jamel. I think he meant Jamel.
I met Jamel.
No, actually, what happened with that fight was Jamel manager stole his money. It wasn't PBC. They gave him the money that he was contracted to. His manager, quote unquote, his manager stole the money.
Hey,
that had more to do with Al Heyman, and I don't know how true this is, but there's been a long-standing rumor that Al Heyman hates Jay-Z, not dislike him, hates him. Jay-Z
I don't care about Jay-Z at all.
But no, what I'm saying is what happened was Boo Boo was signed to Rock Nation. Rock Nation was trying to be in boxing.
I'm talking about what came out of Boo Boo's mouth.
No, what I'm saying, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying I really believe the fact that Al Heyman went so hard at Jay-Z, because think about it, Rock Nation is not in boxing at all anymore.
Nope.
I mean,
and they said
Al Heyman's pretty powerful.
Pushed him out.
But what that got to do with Boo Boo pulling out the fight?
He got with the wrong promoter. He signed with the wrong promoter. That's what I'm saying. I think that's really what this
that has nothing to do with it because they made the fight. They made the fight. Boo Boo pulled out because he said his manager stole his money.
Yeah,
That's the reason why he pulled out. He said his manager stole the money. Not that Al Heyman ain't giving the money he asked for, none of that. His manager stole his manager that he hired and that was working with him stole his money. That's why he pulled out of the fight.
he did say that. He did.
Hey, what you?
But I'm
Hey,
telling
Chrono,
y'all, man.
go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry. Jamal Charlo is on Zoloft, man. I'm just telling you what I think, man. If you look at those press conferences, the man can't get mad when something said to him that ain't right. He can't respond to it. Whenever you have seen Jamal Charlo that calm at a press conference, I mean, for me, it's easy to see that something ain't right. He can't even get mad.
Hey, Jules, tell us what's going on with that, man. You training cats, man. How do you help a dude who's clearly on mental meds, man? That's what that
I
is.
agree. I agree 100%. There's something going on with him, and even if
Yeah, it might be something going on with it, but it
hold
could.
on. I think it's something going on, but the guy 2 guys ago went and he was downplaying it and saying, no, a lot of times it ain't about mental health. A lot of these fighters just don't want to fight. And that may be true. He may not want to fight, but he questioned his heart or fight his heart when he said that. And a lot of times it ain't that they're scared. These guys have been fighting all their lives. They're not scared to fight. It's just a lot of times when it comes to boxing, you lose the taste for it in your mouth. Like sometimes you become disgusted by it. And that in itself, you're speaking to somebody's mental health again because they're relying on something that they grow a disdain for to feed themselves. And that's a hell of a conflict because it's like, I don't really like to do this anymore, but I need to do it to survive, or it's provide me with this lifestyle that I can't afford to maintain if I don't do it. So like even in that's a mental health issue because you're wrestling with yourself mentally against the lifestyle and the fame and you know what I mean, and a level of success you've achieved doing something that you no longer really like. And you know what I mean, that's very tough mentally on a fighter.
I mean, yeah, it very well could be something going on with Jamel, but I don't know that man. That man knows himself better than anybody else. So I'm unless he comes out and say, "Hey, I'm still having mental issues," I can't go by what I
the
think.
thing about mental issues, right? If you're having them, most times the last person to know is you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
now here's the thing.
But he already know he's been going through mental issues.
Listen. Have you listened to his brother? Things his brother said, and how difficult he is to deal with, and the things that are going on with him mentally. Like, have you heard the talk around him? This isn't just excuses coming up. This is people that know and love this man saying stuff like that. And then, like I said, you think about some of the bizarre moves he makes and some of the things he's saying. Something is going on. I don't know what it is. And then
that's what I said. I don't know what is going on, but like I said, I can't sit here and go off assumptions. I just could go off of what I know, and I know is that man said he's ready to fight.
But
he ain't ready. He's not ready to fight though.
We're online breaking down and giving our perspective on what may happen, and I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that we see these things. Can we diagnose them? No, but we can observe and say, listen, this man is not who he normally is. We've had enough, you know what I mean, evidence to show or enough interactions from him to see what his personality was when he was normal and to see that it's changed now. And again, like I want us to not take this lightly because I think all of us are old enough to remember Lennox Lewis and Oliver McCall, where a fighter had a mental breakdown right in the middle of the fight. Like, let's not act like this kind of stuff can't happen. And the bad part about it is,
I'm not acting like
none
of this stuff can happen.
To get in a ring with another world-class fighter while you're not mentally, you're already risking your life. But then to not mentally be all the way there, like, I think we really need to start paying more attention to some of the conditions we putting these fighters in for the sake of our entertainment.
Well, Jules, let me ask you this, man. You 25 plus years in, right? So I'm trying to figure this out. How is that possible, man? All you talk about is boxing. How do you get exhausted with something that's made you all this money and put you in this position? I don't know how that's possible.
That's very easy. Sometimes you can be very good at something that you don't like naturally, and everybody else around you expects you to do it, so you do it out of their expectations. That's one way. Or another way is boxing is not like basketball, football.
You just described Jared Anderson, by the way. Go ahead.
When you have a season, right? Boxing is 100% commitment of every aspect of your life. year round. So most guys that box, that start boxing from 7, 8, 9 years old, they've never had a break from this sport they've been doing since they were a baby. Like I said, there is no season, it's year round. You're training 5, 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day year round. It's not 4 months, 3 months like every other sport. Once you've done that for 15, 20 years, and somebody like him, you've accomplished everything you want to accomplish, eventually you start asking yourself, why the hell am I getting up 5 o'clock in the morning running? Why am I going to the gym and allowing guys to punch on me every day? It gets tiring. And there's no amount of money that kind of sometimes can make those feelings go away.
Let me cover these comments real quick. My man AB says, salute BBOD free in the panel in the chat. My man Juan said, my fault, I'm at work. He said, but yes, if he committed a weight, he should try to make that weight. I'm telling you guys this. What we seen from Jamal Charlo, man, it's pretty scary, man. It's pretty scary because and Free, you know this, bro. Like he was talking with Oliver McCall, bro. What happens if he get in there and something happened to him mentally and he get really hurt, bro? I don't know, but go ahead. How much you start off, Marky Dang? He just popped up. What you think? I think Marky Dang, he must have fell asleep.
Man, right.
Go ahead, Free. Go ahead, start us off, Free. What you think, bro? Because it looks scary, man.
I'm not gonna say it. Like I said, all this can be for nothing. We could think that this man is having some issues or whatever, and he doesn't look right, and this very well could just be Jamal having a different type of look on life, and he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna go out here and be this knucklehead that I've been because it brought me nothing but headache. And this man could go out there and still put on the best performance that we've seen from him in a while. I mean, or it could be the other way around. It could be a different thing. So just because we look and we see something that's not normal doesn't mean that the normal is not going on. We just see something that he normally does, he's not doing.
Well, I can guarantee you one thing you just said. It will be the best performance he put on in a while because it'll be the only performance he put on in a while.
He looked horrible. He looked horrible versus what was his name, Morrell? That Mexican dude. He looked horrible. 3 years
anyway.
But when I'm saying his last fight, he looked horrible.
Yeah, he did. Hey, you know what though? D Free.
Yo,
I'm gonna say this right here, coming from experience because I suffer like from depression and stuff, and I have mental health issues like that. I'm just telling you, I can't speak for his mind, but I'm telling you from experience is what I see. Like I really, truly, I'm just saying I could be wrong, but I really, truly feel like something is there. And I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I promise you, no cap, man. Everything Crown Jewel said about the Oliver McCall, I thought about that fight earlier today. It was on my mind, thinking about what if he gets in there and breaks down like that. This went through my head early, just thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, did y'all see him at his brother's last fight?
Yeah,
the way he just walked up, like it was bizarre.
Where's Jamal Charlo at though? He came to. I thought I was gonna ask y'all. Now he came to Jamal last fight against Canelo to support him, and I don't know if Jamal Charlo still running from Canelo punches or what. But where he at?
You gotta remember they're not as close as they once were.
I haven't seen Jamal since the fight.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like he's still running from Canelo. He ain't showed up, you know what I'm saying, to show this man no support. But Bud, I feel like Bud was there because Bud knows he needs some support. You know, where is he at? Where's the brother at?
We always, I think you're being a little bit unfair, CDK, because you gotta remember, man, his wife and Jamal's wife were fighting. You know, that was a real thing. That wasn't like that Jerry Springer stuff really happened. So I mean,
me and my brother fought plenty of times. I apologize. Me and my brother fought plenty of times, but that's my brother, and I love him. It ain't nothing.
But see, they had a real bad fallout. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jamal took the side of his wife or whatever.
He did.
He did.
And Jamel, he pissed about that because he was like, you going through all this with your wife and you gonna choose her over me, nigga. I'm your blood. I'm your blood. So Jamel feels some type of way about that, and rightfully so. I mean, he should feel some type of way anytime somebody take the side of somebody that's doing them wrong over the side of your blood. Right. You should feel some type of way about that.
I agree with y'all 100%. I'm just saying that Jamal did show up, and I think it was like him showing up to let his brother know he loved him. But I'm just saying, if I know my brother's going through something, me personally, I'm talking about me. If I know my brother got some problems going on, he shows up in my fight to show me love. I kind of got to look. I'm gonna look past that and see what's really going on with him.
Hey,
And
he might show
How
up.
do we know he's not going to
He
be
might
there?
show up. He might show
Okay.
up because Jamal wasn't at none of the press conference, but he showed up at the fight.
Yeah,
So
y'all
he
right.
might be there.
They might be talking every day behind the scenes. Just
You
because
right. Y'all right.
He might be there.
He seemed
Right.
pissed off though, Crown, and he seemed pissed off, Crown and D3 when he was talking about him, because it seemed like he'd been had this conversation with his little brother before about
Yeah.
acting
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean they didn't had arguments before or whatever. But like I said, your brother is your brother, and like I said, they was going through that whole situation before Jamal's fight happened, and Jamal didn't show up at none of the press conference. But when it was time for the fight, Jamal was in that locker room when Jamal was getting ready. So Jamal might show up. He just might not be showing up to the press conference. He might just show up to the fight.
Yeah.
he may not want to steal his brother's attention.
That's true. That's true right there. That's true. I thought about that.
It's true. You know what, man? I'll tell you like this, man. It's sickening in boxing, though. We got to talk about this. Ali would meet a woman and leave his wife right where he met her, right where he seen her, and be gone for years, and then go to the next fight. We never talked about Ali's personal life. I hate these fighters now are so weak that we got to talk about their personal lives, man.
Yeah,
everybody go through things.
I try not to talk about the personal life.
No, I'm talking about right now. Like, I know what you mean. I'm not talking about directly, but I'm talking about his personal struggles should not come up. Muhammad Ali fought with Parkinson's disease. Man, we seen Floyd Mayweather fight with 2 bad shoulders and 2 bad hands. He never complained. So, in a way, I'll say I lost a lot of respect for Jamal.
I love Floyd, but Floyd's mental health and personal life came up before the Cotto fight. He broke up with his girl and he fought like shit. And the whole week he looked disinterested.
And that had more to do with and the whole issue between him and his father came up.
Yeah, nobody's beyond their personal life spilling over into their professional.
Yeah, I mean,
life.
even Roy had the whole issue between him and his father came up. So I mean, it comes up. I try to leave that for those fighters that talk about their own personal stuff. But if I'm asked a question, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. But I leave it as that.
I think the thing that y'all missing is, okay, I get what you're saying a little bit about the Cotto fight, but a lot of that was Cotto. Cotto made Floyd fight. That's a little bit different. Everybody can't do it.
It wasn't. Floyd was not right that fight.
No, what I'm saying is that Floyd, the way Cotto was cutting the ring off, he stood right in front of him.
Floyd looked completely disinterested before the fight. You could just tell he wasn't there.
I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you got to give Cotto a little bit more credit than that. I think Cotto fought his tail off, man.
He fought a good fight.
I mean, that was his best performance. That was one of his best performances.
He didn't get the best Floyd Mayweather. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
It don't matter when you're the champion, man. You got to always be on. But I'm just saying in general, I hate that this kind of stuff got to spill over because also I don't know if you guys realize we got Garcia on this card. I mean,
if you think about it, every fighter when they reach that level of quote unquote a star, their personal life always come up. Muhammad Ali personal life came up. Mike Tyson personal life came up. Roy Jones, all those guys, George Foreman, all of those guys, when they become quote unquote a star, their personal life gonna come up because there's gonna be somebody that's gonna be sitting there sneaking around, finding out what they're doing in their personal time, and they're gonna put the news out there. So it's always gonna come up.
And then I just feel like when it comes
you don't hear nothing about Jerome Booth's in his personal life, but wait till he become a star. All that stuff gonna start coming out. All that stuff. And I feel
like Booth lives an unbelievably clean life for a young guy too, so that's another reason why nothing comes out. The dude eats, sleeps, breathes boxing.
Yeah, I mean, he might leave a clean life from what we see, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be somebody gonna catch him doing something that nobody knows that he does, and that shit gonna come out, and everybody gonna be talking about it.
Yeah,
I think he might be.
Same reading the White House not in the NBA no more.
I think you know what, and I gotta be honest, and it's not because
I don't see that with Booth, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think it's because I'll be honest, man. I know my man CDK had to go left like he always do, but I gotta say this, man. When it comes to Boots, and it's not because your boy Bozy try to call and bully me because I'm black. That's not why I'm saying this. But the word out of Philly is that this dude Boots is a devout Muslim, and from what I hear, the nigga's not doing nothing but working, man. That's all you hear about it.
Hey, I believe that, but like you said, people are always looking for something. They can find anything, and they'll make when you get on that level, they can take something small and make it into something big.
Boots was the #1 ranked fighter in the world, making plenty of money, still living at home with his parents. He just
I love Boots, my favorite fighter right now.
Hey, just like the whole situation with Devin Haney. Devin Haney ain't had nothing to do with that damn gun. It just so happened that was his car. He wasn't even driving.
He
wasn't driving. But he wasn't driving. It was under the seat.
Here's the thing. It was that they did a good job of making that go away, right?
Yeah.
But you got to pay attention to when things happen. When it happened, 3 people in the car, aside from Devin Haney, all of them are aware the gun is found. Nobody claims the gun.
Right.
You can't tell me that if that's one of those other guys' guns, and Devin, they know that he's the money, he's going to take care of them, they claiming the gun.
Hey, Crown.
They should have claimed the gun anyway.
Well, here's the thing. That had to be worked out later. So what'd that tell you?
They should have claimed the gun anyway. Just like you said, if Devin Haney is the money man and we all in the car, nigga, one of them niggas need to claim that damn gun.
Well, evidently they weren't.
Evidently
they weren't confident that they'd be taken care of.
That's right. That's law. That's law right
there. But it sounds
like
to me is somebody had to go to him and say, "Nah, man, we got to make this go away." You know what I mean? And an arrangement had to be made afterwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it go away, and I'm also gonna make you go away as well.
No, but see, it didn't go that way though. Because here's the thing: it ain't like somebody else took the charge. The DA decided not to press charges.
Hey, Crown.
So it's not like they found out it's not his gun. They just decided not to pursue charges in the case at all.
Hey, Deaver, I believe it was his gun, but it went away, and I'm glad it went away. But like Crown said, man, listen, this is street rules and that's law. If I'm the breadwinner, somebody taking that charge.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Think back, right? About a week or 2 before he got caught with that gun, right?
Yeah.
There was a picture circulating social media, people going crazy about him standing outside his SUV with a gun showing in between his car seat. And he posted the picture. So let's not act like it wasn't foreign for him to be riding around with a gun and showing people he had a gun while he's by himself. And then to turn around 2 weeks later, he gets caught with a gun, and we say, "Oh, we knew that wasn't his gun." Why? He was riding around with a gun, posting pictures of himself in Las Vegas with a gun.
I'll say this though, dude. I don't know if you guys heard about what happened to him outside the Wynn Hotel. When Devin Haney had all that jewelry on, and somebody thought that they should borrow it from him. We gotta be careful what we say on YouTube. They want to borrow it from him. So it was just one of them things where I don't know. Because,
well, then he should have. He's a millionaire. He's always bragging about how much money he's making. He's his own boss. Well, bosses hire employees. Where's your security detail?
Right. That way you ain't got to let nobody borrow your jewelry.
That's licensed to carry, not a security detail that's your homie with a stolen gun.
So he got to do. He got to do the same thing that.
Your question, though. Let me ask all of y'all a question. If you're a superstar, and this is how I feel, because I've seen a lot of channels talking about he want to be a gangster. I don't think it has nothing to do with being a gangster. But if I'm getting money, I should have the right to bear arms if I ain't no convicted felon or whatever to protect myself.
You do if you do it legally.
Right.
Now Shakur wants to be a thug.
You get caught with a stolen gun you brought from a pawn shop, and you're a millionaire. You're an idiot because you got all the means to do it the right way.
You're right. I agree 100%. But I'm saying ain't nothing wrong with having a gun if you do it the right way.
Absolutely, I agree.
Crown, you know one thing about you, Crown, man. I've never met a cat. You about as rough as they come, dog.
I'm just keeping it 100. Here's the thing, right? These young fighters, right? They
He,
bite
listen,
all the
the
wrong
man.
things off of Floyd, and they don't pick up none of the right things. You want to pick something up off of Floyd? Floyd don't go nowhere without a security detail.
No.
He's not
Well-
getting in a fight. He's not getting robbed. None of that. And you can call him a punk, call him what you want. He's smart.
Right.
He's not in the business.
Ali
of
didn't have no
back.
security though. That's the thing. See, you
Ali
saying
was
something that makes no sense. Ali didn't have no security.
Huh?
Different time, different era.
You
No,
said
what
who
I'm
didn't have no
saying-
security?
What I'm saying is that I'm talking about, not all the time, but there are plenty of times you can find Muhammad Ali sitting somewhere by himself.
It was
Yeah,
different
but
time.
Muhammad Ali,
people,
but no, hold on. What you got to remember, sometimes it's photographed by himself. But Muhammad Ali had a bodyguard his whole life. Not only that, he had the Nation of Islam. The fruit of Islam was in security. Muhammad Ali always had security.
That's real
The thing
security.
is, you didn't have access to these people like you do now. So everybody didn't have a camera. You wasn't photographing each and every aspect of their life. It's totally different now.
Right.
so
But Muhammad Ali had security his whole career.
I'm just saying, but Muhammad Ali got to go places himself. Mike Tyson was going in the hood himself. I mean, I'm actually right now in New York. You should hear how people talk about Mike Tyson in his prime, man. The man walking around here like
Mike
the king
Tyson,
of the world.
I'm from Atlantic City, bro. Mike Tyson left the boardwalk when he fought in Atlantic City and put up basketball rims in the roughest projects in Atlantic City. The next town over, Pleasantville, there's pictures of Mike Tyson laying in people's apartments in the projects on the couch. Yes, he's that type of guy. But again, Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali are heavyweights. They're big dudes. You're talking about a dude that's got hundreds of millions of dollars that's 140 pounds soaking wet. He needs security.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. You're right. He said,
like, I mean, we keep asking, well, why does Floyd need security? Well, he's about 5'8", 140 pounds. and not only that, the whole world knows he has a bunch of money. And not only that, he's not the type to just run around with plastic. He's known for carrying large amounts of cash. Oh, let me forget. He also walks around with millions of dollars worth of jewelry on. He better have security.
Right.
Muhammad Ali wasn't wearing no millions of dollars worth of jewelry where he went. And not only that, even though Muhammad Ali was big for his era, he didn't never had the kind of money Floyd got now. That's different. It was times when Muhammad Ali was at his apex that he needed money. So, I mean, it may not have been advantageous for people to rob him.
Right?
Huh?
You know he had four. You know Ali always had four Rolls Royces, man. I don't know why he had four of them.
You do know that for him to get by when he couldn't fight, that Joe Frazier had to give him money, right? You do know that he used to regularly have to go to Don King for money when he needed money, right? You do know that the Nation of Islam had power of attorney over his finances, right?
Yeah,
it did. Yeah.
Okay, so it was plenty of times where Ali actually needed money. He didn't have the kind of money. He wouldn't have had to go around signing autographs into his 70s if he had the kind of money Floyd had.
Right. I think his biggest contract was $5 million was the big. I think the most money he made in a fight. Tell me if I'm wrong, Crime.
I think it was $5 million.
Yeah, it was $5.
Again, $5 million. You're not getting $5 million. That's just what it looks like on the outside. Right. That's you, your team, and the IRS splitting that $5 million. Your sparring partners is getting paid out of that $5 million. Your camp is getting paid out of that $5 million. Your trainer, your cut man, your manager, your the promoter's getting his cut, and the IRS is definitely getting theirs. So that $5 million is not really $5 million.
How much did it break down to, Crown? You would think $5 million. What would you think the fighter would get?
Everybody's contract is different.
Right.
Yeah, but it really is.
A ballpark figure, right? You say, right. These are just ballpark figures. Most managers get 33 1/3%.
Okay.
Most head trainers get 10%. Assistant trainer may get 2%. So that's 43, 45.5% right there. Now your cut man may get 2% or a flat fee. And then you may have another guy getting 0.5%. That doesn't go into if you have an agent, right, or strength and conditioning coach, sparring partner. So you're talking about close to half your money going already. And I forgot to say, the taxes is going to be at a rate of about 40% when you make that much money. Right. So if a fighter makes $1 million, he's probably lucky to go home with somewhere around $225,000.
Right.
You know what's so funny about that? I tell you something funny. So I went and seen some young fighters in the gym, and you know the thing that made that I've never realized about boxing is that the money that those guys make, man, like you just said, it really gets broke up. I met a fighter who had just won a national thing, well, a regional championship, and he got $100,000. He told me that when he got done, man, he only had 20 grand.
I
That's
believe.
not odd, right? Let's say this. These are ways where fighters really get the short end of the stick, right? Let's say I'm signed to a promoter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get offered a fight outside of that promoter. Like a bigger promoter offers me a fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my promoter has then you have an additional fee. This is where you end up getting like 20,000 out of 100. Because not only do I got to pay my manager, my trainer, and all those people, but most of those promotional contracts say if you fight on another promoter's card, I'm entitled to 30%. So now you're giving your promoter 30% too. So yeah,
Wow.
they leave with $20,000 out of $100,000 purse. Like say you fight for Joe Smo Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions brings you in to fight on their card. Now your promoter's doing absolutely nothing, but he has promotional rights to you. So for allowing you to fight in that fight outside his promotional company, he's gonna get 30% of your purse. And your
that's crazy, man.
And everybody else still got to get paid.
He did all that work, man, to get 20 grand. That's crazy.
I mean, but that's the fight game. Like a lot of people when fighters late in their career start making fights specifically for the most money, and people get mad at him. He should have enough money now. This, that, and the third. I just look at him like you have no clue.
Yeah.
And look, the day they stop fighting is the day they stop getting paid. There is no pension, no annuity, no nothing. So when I look at a guy like Bud Crawford, even though again I'm not a huge Bud fan. I think he's a phenomenal talent, but I'm not a fan of a lot of the moves he makes. But I would never fault him for getting as much money as he can get right now. Because once it's over,
and that's why. Hey, Crown, and that's why T.O. been hating on Tank and Devin so long now, because Top Rank been paying him kibbles and bits, and he can't take it.
Well, here's the thing: he signed a horrible contract.
He did.
Right.
Those guys, unfortunately, it's a gift and a curse when you have a vocal parent that's a part of your business. Because if they're good business people, it can help you. If they're not, it can hurt you. Now you can see this is a guy who had his father at the forefront of his career. He's every bit as vocal as a Floyd Sr. or a Bill Haney. Like he's out there just like them. But he hasn't been able to safeguard his son and make sure his son got taken care of like they have. You know what I mean? So maybe he shouldn't be in the forefront. Because one thing I can say about Bill Haney, even though I hate that he's always out front and talking for Devin and stuff, he at least makes sure his son get paid and taken care of. Teofimo is doing all those same things, and his son is hurting.
Right.
You know what's crazy? It's crazy because, and I try, and Free, I know Free gonna say something. I didn't bring Tio up this time. But I'll say this, man. I think the thing that I found out that a lot of fighters don't find out is that, like, when you get money from your agent, you got to pay that back.
Oh, everything.
I think when Tio took that money to move out of Flatbush, he took a nice lump sum. People don't realize that he got paid a lump sum of money, and now he became a star because I guess when they give you that money, there's no guarantee he's gonna be
but I'm not even speaking about
two-time undisputed champion like
purses.
that.
His purses, he getting are peanuts compared to the other guys.
Right.
Yeah, Devin Haney got $4 million in his last fight. I don't know how he's getting. He's a terrible fighter. He's getting all that money.
Getting 25% of their money.
Sure.
Making more than T.O. Gervonta's definitely making more than. He's not getting the kind of money none of those guys are. Bob Brown was spoon feeding him and Lomachenko for a long time. Lomachenko wasn't making big money either.
How can he give? Let me ask you this: How can he give a guy like Teofimo Lopez $1 million to fight an undisputed champion like Josh Taylor? How is that possible?
Well, here's how that's possible. Practices like that would normally be the norm. And here's why I give Devin Haney credit. Him and his father taking business into their own hands and making him millions opened the other fighters' eyes to how much money's actually out there. Now, Teofimo and them, all they did was sign standard contracts based on the old way of doing things. But Devin Haney, the way he moved, forced,
Oh shit.
opened everybody's eyes to the amount of money that's out there, and that made Bob have to open up and pay Shakur more. But Tiafimo missed that boat because he was already signed prior to that.
Before we go to the next subject, I got Crown on here. This is a Jersey boy right here, born and raised Atlantic City boy. Can you tell us why is Sugar Shakur such a terrible fighter, man? Why?
What?
Hey,
Why
hey,
is he
Hey,
so?
wait, I knew it.
I
I
just
knew
want to
it.
put a
I knew
disclaimer
it.
out there. My man, BVO is making a big attempt to become a big YouTuber. So he's
Oh,
been doing.
yo.
Listen. So he's doing everything he can to get himself out there. Part of
Here
what
we
he's
go.
doing, he's been going up to Mike Tyson's ranch and taking shrooms. So
Yeah.
he's high out his mind when he says Shakur Stevenson is a terrible fighter. Anybody who calls a 3-weight world champion at 24 years old and 21 fights a terrible fighter has bumped their damn head. Now, did he have a terrible night? Absolutely. But one
Right.
terrible night is not going to, and let's keep in mind, his terrible night came with a win. Most people's terrible night comes with a loss. So even when terrible, he wins. 3 division world champion, I think 4 world titles, 24 years old. He's special. Period.
Yeah.
And anybody who can't
Well,
see that has something wrong with them.
well, let me say this. Now, what you're saying. Now, we all know BBO is a YouTuber. That's okay. That's okay. But that's an attack against a black man directly from a Puerto Rican. So that's okay.
Here you
But
go with this
this
black
what
stuff.
this what I'll say. This is what I'll say about that. We seen Teofimo Lopez come from nothing, go up, fight the baddest man that they had available, fought Navarrete, fought Richard Comey, then went up against an
He didn't
absolute
fight
monster.
Navarrete. Navarrete's undefeated.
I mean, not Navarrete.
Yeah.
Navante. What is it? It is. No, it's another Navarrete. What's the guy's name?
And he got his ass kicked by
He
George
got beat to
Kambosos.
death by George Campbell.
You talking about Nakatima.
Nakatani.
Nakatina, the Japanese.
Nakatani.
Yeah, awful.
Then he went
You
up
guys are
against.
awful.
Then he went up against Nakatani. Then he went up against Richard Comey, a very sturdy IBF champion. Beat him, knocked him out. Went up against Loma, who had Loma had just beat Luke Campbell, and he had already beat Mr. Gary Russell Jr. So for Teal to do what he did, listen, Teal went up and did all this with no help. Nobody was promoting him. He
What
wasn't.
the hell
He
that
wasn't
got to
signing.
do with you saying Shakur is a terrible fighter?
But listen, let me try to tell you. But every time he fights, you see how great he is, and you can't tell me if you look at Shakur's resume, it doesn't even compare to a Devin Haney's resume or Teofimo Lopez resume because
he has
all
a
he has
better
done is.
resume than Devin. He doesn't have a better resume than Tio, but he's
How does he have a better resume than Devin?
3-division champion at 24 years old. You're bugging.
He's small, man. He's small. So he was at 126, but he beat Gary Russell Jr. You don't talk about that.
But you gotta remember, Gary. You gotta remember, Gary don't.
Man.
Gary,
y'all have a good one. I gotta roll, but I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the fight tonight.
We'll talk to you soon, man.
You too, bro.
By George Campbell. Got beat to death by George Campbell. To death.
How long you gonna bring that up? How long you gonna bring that up?
BBO, listen. I like T.O. as a fighter, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I ain't got nothing against him. I think he's an excellent young fighter. But this is the thing right here. T.O. has lost already. You need to stop acting like this man ain't had a loss on his record. He got a loss. I want you to tell the truth for once. Did George Campbell beat him to death or not?
He beat him. He had to throw this shit. He beat him.
No. No. Did he beat him to death?
That shit is funny.
You talking like me? Yeah, he did. He beat him to death. I'll give you that. He did.
Okay, listen. What did Devin Haney do to George Campbell?
He ran and jabbed.
It looked more like a good beating to me.
Let me ask you this. Can I ask you a question? Didn't Tio, after a loss, losing undisputed titles, man, go up and fight the baddest man there was, Josh Taylor?
And he beat him to death. You see how easy it was for me to say that? I can tell the truth.
I'll tell the truth as well, man.
He beat Josh Taylor to death. I ain't got no problem with that. But what, you know what I'm saying? You got to start being able to tell the truth, man.
I'll tell the truth, man.
I
I ain't
said
got
it
no
the other.
problem saying T.O. is a good young fighter, but I just don't think. Listen, if he fight Tank, he get knocked out. If he fight
See,
Devin, he get knocked boxed. He fights Shakur.
it's not that easy though. You can't really say, oh, he's getting
No.
knocked
I'm
out.
just talking. Listen. I'm gonna be real with you. I think T.O. and to be honest with you, now I'm gonna be real. I'm just telling him that because I know how much he loves him. But if T.O. and Tank fight is a 50-50 fight, I believe, in my humble opinion. If he fights Devin, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm now being honest. But I just like D3 sometimes saying it to him because, man, this man loves T.O. Fimo Lopez. I get tired of hearing every video I see. T.O. the best fighter under 147.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? So
listen.
I know I'm going to wake up to a T.O. video.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen, right? So I don't come on and say this. I mess around with BVO, but I do believe Teal out of what is it, 4 of them, 5 of them, out of all 5 of them, he is the most. He is the most athletic out of all of them.
I agree with that.
I think in the right mindset, Teal beats anybody. I just sometimes I just think sometimes he don't see what's hurting him, and he just keeps being around that. And it's sad to see what a talented fighter he is, because in the amateurs, I remember in the amateurs, I seen this kid fight, and I was like, bro, who is this kid? And they were like, yo, he was running the Bronx. I was like, yo, what? He was like, this guy's the one who runs the Bronx right here, because nobody wanted to fight him. And it's just like,
I still don't think he's better. I don't think he's better than Tank. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's better than Tank. And I think T.O. and Tank is a 50-50 fight.
I think it is a 50-50 fight. I think it's definitely a 50-50 fight.
It's 60-40, but I'll give you that. It's 60-40.
No, it's not no 60-40.
It ain't no 60-40 nothing. Shut up, BBO, with that dumb shit.
And the whole world ain't 60-40. Anybody know box know that's not a 60-40 fight. It's a 50-50 fight.
I'm gonna tell you why it's 60-40 fight. I'm gonna tell you why it's 60-40 fight. The thing that y'all missing, and I'm gonna say something that might be a little bit controversial, y'all.
It is.
The thing I'm seeing with Tank is that I see Tank actually growing in the gym, even though he hasn't fought anybody but tomato cans and taco stand drivers.
That's a lie.
Listen.
That's a lie.
I want to say tomato cans, but that's
CDK,
crazy.
let me finish, CDK. So that's what he did. He's done nothing but fight these easy touches. But you know what? I think the fact that he has that Floyd Mayweather tap into that, and I honestly would say I would favor Tank 60-40 to Teal, because I think it's something crazy, man. I think what Tank is doing, I'm telling you, he got a lot of brilliant boxing minds around him, bro. He really do.
You do realize Tank Davis is a 126 pounder that moved all the way up to 140 and beat everybody all the way up.
Right.
T.O. fought at 135, and he's just now moving to his second division. Tank Davis fought at 126, 130, 135, 140, and beat everybody all the way up. This man, you cannot say that Tank Davis is a regular fighter. You can't say that you. I mean, you can say whatever you want to say. Now, will people believe you? Probably not. You can say whatever you want to say.
Hey, be free. Here's what I'm gonna say right here, and I'm gonna lay these names out there, and I'm gonna say this right here. First of all, Mario Barrios ain't nothing tomato can about that guy. Pretty good fight. Okay, let's go. Hector Garcia was undefeated, but all of a sudden now he's trash after Tank beat him, right? He been beating anybody.
That's what he did.
Okay, don't matter. He was also undefeated before he beat Chris. And Chris was considered to be a good fighter up until that point. Pitbull, tomato can all of a sudden. I'm just going down the list of fighters he fought. And
you said it yourself, man. Pitbull be looking horrible on some of these fights. You said that yourself.
I'm not a Pitbull fan, but what I'm saying is Tank has fought good fighters and made it look easy.
Has he fought a Teal? Has he fought a Lomachenko?
Teal fought a Tank.
He fought a Lomachenko, the guy that had. Listen, this
ain't no Tank, though. This still ain't no Tank, though.
No, let me say this. Lomachenko don't got Tank power. He ain't gonna make you. Lomachenko's not gonna make you pay for your mistakes.
Why did Tank duck him?
Tank
Hold
didn't
up,
duck that man. Floyd
BBO.
ducked
Now,
that man.
BBO. Let me put you on game real quick because I keep hearing people say Tank duck Lomachenko. You do realize at the time that Lomachenko quote unquote supposedly had called out Tank Davis, that's when they were saying that Lomachenko was better than Floyd. Lomachenko actually said he wanted to fight Floyd. And Floyd said, "I'm retired. I'm not fighting you." He was like, "Oh no, I ain't mean you, Floyd. I was talking about your fighter. He didn't. He never called out Tank Davis. He actually called out Floyd.
But this is the thing. This is the thing that you missing. Go ahead.
And a lot of people forget too when quote unquote they was calling him out. Didn't he just beat Pedraza? And it was like, well, wasn't Homeboy looking to become undisputed at 130 at one point? And it's just like you guys try to push the agenda towards everything, and it's just like I don't like that because it's like, all right, we don't do that to certain fighters. Why are we doing that to other fighters? I'm not afraid to say, yo, these dudes need to fight each other. Nah, they do need to fight each other. But at the end of the day, too, at this point in time, they don't need to fight each other because we know what's gonna happen. Tank's gonna hit him with something. He's gonna knock him out. That's
my whole question to BBO is why your man run away from Devin Haney? You keep saying he'll beat Devin Haney to death. Why he run away from the man?
Right. I don't know where you was at, Free. We all seen Teofimo Lopez check Devin Haney and say, "Not on my blood. You don't want to do it.
I seen that man ask Devin Haney for $20 million, and this man barely made $3 million.
Right.
I don't even have they both even made 20 million. I don't even think
Devin Haney has made 20 million overall, not in
overall,
no one fight.
Not as a flat first though, right?
Tio hasn't made nowhere close to 20 million in his combined fights. He hasn't made nowhere near close to 20 million.
Tio only made about $8 million so far. So
right, nowhere near close to 20 million.
That might be pushing it.
No, we're gonna say that because he got 3.5. His biggest payday was 3.5.
No, his highest payday was $3 million.
Yeah,
and that was only because it went to a purse bid. That was his highest payday. Actually, I take that back. It wasn't $3 million. It was $2 million. Because it went to a purse bid, and DeJohn had bid on it for $3 million. And that means that and Cambosa's got 1 and Tio got 2.
Well, this is the thing. I'm talking about the Loma fight where the best y'all say this. No matter how y'all put it, BBO don't have a favorite fighter. I get what you're trying to do, CDK. You're trying to get people in propaganda. All I can say is this: because Tio's a black Spanish dude, all of a sudden you got a problem with him. He's nothing like to me. He's like a Fat Joe or a Big Pun type nigga. Where he's like a black dude, but he's Spanish. So I like the fact that this black dude is going out here fighting the roughest, toughest niggas that he can, checking cats. When did you ever see a guy walk up to Devin Haney and say, "Not on my blood, I never was scared. You've been fed by silver spoon your whole life." We seen the video. Devin looked terrified when he seen Tio.
No,
you sound like
Devin Haney told Tio, "You ain't gonna do shit." He told Tio, "You ain't gonna do shit." And Tio shut up and just looked at the camera.
Sure did.
It's sad because he has so much talent, but a lot of times too he just managed wrong. And I feel like at 140 he is what Top Rank got. Who does Top Rank got at 140 for him? There's really not a lot of people.
Nobody.
There's nobody.
Let me see Tio going there with Matias. Let me see him going there. Let me see him going in there with Antoine.
I want to see him fight Antoine.
I don't care for none of those fights. I want to see him fight Devin. I just want to see him fight Devin, and that is it.
Hey, Antoine is a beast.
He a beast, but he ain't got his stuff together, bro.
No, I agree with that. I've come on here and said that.
BBO, stop saying that. I told you, stop saying that.
There's
nothing wrong with Antoine.
I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. What I'm saying is that he's not ready all the time. Is what I'm saying.
He is.
The problem.
Yes, he is.
Fought, man. Why is he fighting once a year?
No, he just fought. What are you talking about?
He's fighting once a year.
He fought twice this year. What are you talking about?
When was the last time Tio fought? When was the last time Tio
fought? Twice this year. He's fought twice this year.
When the last time Tio fought?
He fought Josh Taylor. What was that? When was that in? Was that in May? When was that? Or
That
June?
was in June.
That
In
was in
June, yeah.
June. And when was the last time he fought before then?
A year, maybe.
Exactly. So stop that bullshit.
All I
I
can
told
tell
you,
you,
once you make it to a certain level, a lot of those guys only fight once, maybe twice a year. A lot of them. It's not just PBC.
And to tell you the truth, he's on the part of Gary. Gary's not gonna get a lot of fights at that weight. There's not gonna be a lot of people wanting to fight him.
no, they're not.
One he can. There's one he can box and he can brawl. Whichever way you asked out, that's all it is. You're gonna be that's done. There's not a lot of people gonna want to fight him. So there eventually he's gonna either have to move up or move down. So it's not like he's not fighting. It's just there's not a lot of fights. I've heard it.
That'll be T.O.'s toughest fight. I'll be honest. That'll be T.O.'s toughest fight.
You sit here and say Antoine is only fighting once a year. When was the last time T.O. fought twice a year?
Shoot, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Exactly. And that goes for all of those guys. Tank Davis is the only one out of all of them that has fought twice. And actually, Devin Haney is about to fight twice.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all of those guys, it's only
3 times, ain't it?
Only 2 of them is about to fight twice.
No, ain't it 3 times? Because didn't he fight George Choice this year?
No, he fought twice. He fought in January, then he fought again 4 months later. He was supposed to set up another fight with Devin Haney or Shakur, but Devin Haney went and fought Regis. He signed up to fight Regis. But you know what? Shakur was trying to fight Devin Haney, and then Shakur had the whole situation with Frank Martin, and then Shakur just fought what's your face for the title.
Santos.
So let's say this, right? Let's say in a fantasy world, right? Who does Tank? Not Tank? I don't want to say Tank. Who does Tio fight next after whatever clears out at 140? Who does he fight next?
I want to see him fight Cerebral. What's his name?
Matthias.
He ain't fighting Matthias. He ain't fighting Matthias.
He ain't gonna fight Matthias. He's definitely not gonna fight
Matthias. It's not. No, he's not. It's not that he don't want to fight Matthias. Well, me personally, I don't think he want to fight Matthias. I never even heard him say Matthias. I don't even think he know Matthias is at that division, because I believe that man is scared of that man. He's praying that he's at 47 right now. But he's not going to fight. He's not going to fight Matthias because Matthias is with PBC.
Right.
And Bob is not going to set that fight up for Tio unless Bob just say, you know what, I want to throw this man to the wolves. Bob is not going to set that fight up with Tio. Bob is not trying to lose that. He's not trying to lose that WBO belt to PBC.
Right. And even to tell you the truth, I don't think he's gonna either have to. I don't even know who's at 140. Like there's very little names at 140. It's just like
you got what's his name? Matthias. You got there's one more guy. You got Ryan Garcia that could be a fight for money for Tio.
But that's not a fight nobody wants. I don't want
to see that fight. That's gonna be Devin Haney's next fight.
It's not a fight I want to see.
That's gonna be his next fight.
It's a money fight for Tio.
Ryan Garcia is going to end up fighting the winner of Barroso and Davey O'Hara. I mean, and O'Hara. I forgot the nigga name. Davey. He's going to fight the winner of that because they're going to be the WBA champion because they put Rolly in recess. And once Ryan beats one of those 2 guys, Rolly's going to come back out of recess, and Ryan is going to have to fight Rolly in order to keep that belt.
Ryan going to put Rolly to sleep.
Yeah, he will. He will.
But you know the thing about Rolly, man.
I tell you who has been calling out Matthias though. That boy Antoine said that's the one I'm looking for. He said that guy at the IBF, they were like Matthias. He said, "Yeah, I want that fight."
Yeah, he did.
Antoine is not scared of that man. Antoine is definitely not scared of that man.
You know, and you know the thing I'll say about Gary Antoine is he looks so much like his brother. I'm talking about in the ring. That's a fighter that I'm a little worried about. I'm just glad that he's smaller than I thought he was because he looked really nice, man. He could be a problem.
He do, bro, BVO, but he kind of remind me of Sean Porter. He's real aggressive at times.
He do smother his power and all. Yeah, But what I'm saying is, yeah, he does a lot of that Sean Porter stuff. But I'm saying when you get in boxing, when he listens to Gary Jr., he can deal with the best of them.
Yeah,
he really can, man.
He's special, dude. That dude is special, and that's one thing I could always say about Gary is he's special. And that dude can fight, bro. He could just fight. That's all it is.
I mean, he's not no Ryan Garcia or nothing, but he can fight, bro. He can fight.
What?
He can fight.
Stop it.
No, he will put Ryan Garcia back into the hospital.
I would
love Come on, man.
Stop playing.
No, he'll make Ryan Garcia become an underwear model full time.
So weird. You're punish Ryan Garcia, man.
You know what's funny, man? They said the same thing about the great Oscar De La Hoya, man.
Oscar De La Hoya is doing underwear model full time.
Listen, you're not gonna do that though. Even though Oscar did, model fishnets and stuff.
He does that full time. You ain't see that man on his 50th birthday? He was looking for his brand new thong.
Yeah.
Hey, Free, you wrong, you know it, man.
Hey, he tweeted that out. I didn't say that. That man said I'm looking for a new thong on my 50th birthday. He put that in the
Primo Lopez, the takeover, two-time undisputed world champion. Primo Lopez, the takeover.
Don't blame me for what he said.
Hey, man.
Why you like this, bro?
I don't want that grown man to say he looking for a thong. What kind of thing y'all think I'm on? I don't want that grown man to say nothing like that.
Hey, Free. You know, like he said, fish nets, black pantyhose. Hey, the man like to
stop.
look like.
Y'all keep talking, huh? You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up.
Man said that himself. I did not put that on that man. That man said that himself.
I'm looking it up. That fool Free is right. He did say that. I think he was joking.
He did that.
It was a joke.
No,
it was a joke.
You don't joke like that, dog. You don't tell nobody I'm looking for some brand new thongs for my 50th birthday. That ain't no joke.
I'll send it to you, CDK. I'll send it to you. He's joking clearly, but you know, Free being Free.
And I've seen it before. I don't want to see it again.
That's some AO stuff right there, B. That's some AO.
If he was joking, then there should have been a pause before it and all throughout that daggone text. And he got a weird sense of humor.
Yeah, man.
He definitely is a weirdo, bro. We already know that.
I don't want to see it. BBO, don't send it to me. I turn 50 tomorrow. I'm looking for my old lady and a pack of Viagra. That's it. I ain't looking for no fish net. That man lost his damn mind, man. He crazy.
He said it with a smile on his face, man. I don't know why
he was happy. It was his 50th birthday. He like, I'm about to go get some new thongs for my 50th birthday. He was happy.
He got a cold piece.
If you happy about something, you gonna be smiling when you tell people.
He was with a cold piece too. He was with a cold piece, but we're gonna be back tonight. It's your boy BBO. It's your boy D3, aka, as you see, the Oscar De La Hoya hater. We got my brother Juan in the building. We got my man CDK, man. We out of here to this afternoon, man. Oh yeah, if you're Puerto Rican, Juan has your back.
I got you. Don't worry about that.
Hey, but we gone. Peace.
Boxing, yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs, make him think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.